Hey guys, so today I want to talk about something, and that is cutting. And I want to talk about like why people do it and like what can happen. The reasons why people cut actually is to either feel pain because they don't feel that they can feel anything anymore because of what they're going through in their lives right now. Second reason is to feel relief. Some people cut to feel relief of their problems, and they have a sense of that's their way of getting out their problems and like, I don't know, kind of like fixing them, I guess. And sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes it can actually hurt your life more than help it. And my hair's really bitch. And what can happen is you can actually be put in a mental or behavioral hospital, especially if you're a teenager. You can be sent to either JDC or behavioral hospital or mental hospital. You can be sent to many places, and it takes a toll on your life, honestly. I know this because I used to be a cutter, and I got in a lot of trouble because of it. And let me tell you something, it wasn't worth it. The things I cut over weren't, now I realize weren't worth ruining my skin. When they say that cutting is an addiction, it really is, honestly. I used to cut not because anything was wrong at the time, because I wanted to, and I liked the scars that they left, and I liked seeing the blood, and that's not healthy for anybody in their minds. And not saying that these people that don't cut don't deal with problems and don't go through like their problem in life, because they do. Everyone has problems in their life, but everyone has a different way of doing it. And honestly, cutting is not the answer at the time, yes, but that's just because you're not thinking clearly. You're not using your right mind. You're just using your depressed, sad mind. Not to sound mean or anything, but you are. You're not healthy up in here. And this is my first time talking about cutting in such a long time, and I'm actually talking about things I never told anyone else about my addiction, and I loved cutting just because I like the scars they left. And now I realize it's really dumb. Because now when I go places and I leave my arms open and people see my arms and they just kind of stare. And it's not the good kind of staring, it's the bad. It's kind of giving yourself a bad reputation, honestly. And nobody wants that at all. I don't know any person that wants to be known for cutting. Yeah. And honestly, I don't think it's worth it. And when I was doing this, I didn't think about anything. I didn't even think about cutting one time, and that would be the last time I cut, because I could die. Whenever I cut, I didn't think like that. I didn't care about how deep or how drastic my cuts were. I didn't think about what if this time I cut and it's too deep and I kill myself. And I never thought about anyone else and how badly it would hurt them. I never told anybody during that time. I didn't go to anyone, and that's the reason why I kept doing it. was because I had no one to go to and no one to talk to about this and about my daily problems, because I always thought they would think I'm being dramatic or just trying to exaggerate everything. And that wasn't the case. People were there for me, I just didn't want them to see it. And I thought nobody understood and nobody wanted to understand. And I thought no one really loved me or cared about me, when I had a lot of people that did care about me. And the things I used to post online were just terrible. And they weren't good at all. 'Cause, yeah. But yeah, honestly, sometimes we all feel alone. Everyone does in their life sometime. But that doesn't mean to go straight to something bad. Cutting is not the answer to your problems. You, right there, are the answer to your own problems. Like I say, you're your problem, but you're also your solution. Only you can help yourself out of this and get yourself help. Luckily, I did have to see a counselor for 2 years, and during that time, it made me realize a lot of things I didn't realize before. It made me realize how childish I was being with many things. It made me realize that I actually did need help at the time, but I didn't want to see it, and I just hated the world, and I blamed the world for my problems, when really it was my own fault. And after that, I got better and stuff. I still have problems. It's not all my problems ran away completely. I now have trust issues. Really bad trust issues. I still don't go to anybody. Every once in a while I do. But even just that helps a lot. I still have those moments where I feel really low and I don't want to talk to anyone. But that doesn't mean I go and cut or think about suicide. I haven't thought about those two in a long time. And that makes me feel better about myself, because I realize that I am over that stage. I still do deal with certain problems, and I still do deal with pushing people away and not trusting anyone. But I guess that's just how I am now. I can try to work on it, but that's all I can do. I'm only human. I'm not superhuman or anything like that. We are all human. We make mistakes. It's part of life. But risking your life for probably something that when you get older you realize won't really matter to you anymore, it's not worth it. And I know all of you feel that you have no one to go to. Let me tell you something. I'm here. And I always will be. If you need someone to help you and you want to go to someone who you think won't judge you and won't say you're being too dramatic or you're just exaggerating all your problems and you're just making up your problems, I'm here. And don't worry about going to your parents or whatever. I'm not like that. Because trust me, I went to one of those things and they contacted my parents and the police station, and I got in big trouble for that too. And they found out even more about me. So if you need anyone, I'm here. I care for you. I may not know you yet, but if you open up to me, I'm pretty sure we'll find something that we have in common.